I'm Betsy, STAAR. I have Crohn's disease and an ostomy, but I'm living life with it every day. Actually, it was my dad who noticed it. So I went to the bathroom, thought I was like every other 13-year-old, and I forgot to flush the toilet one day.
I happened to go in the bathroom and I just kind of tidying things up. I just happened to look in the toilet.
You usually don't have blood when you go to the restroom.
My husband said, I think we need to get it checked out. At that time, she was diagnosed with ulcerative colitis.
Really, at that point, we didn't know enough to know that you could get sick so fast.
I remember Betsy being sick was when she was in a lot of pain. We had an ambulance come to the house.
I walked down the stairs and I remember just seeing the paramedics helping her out. You see your older sister who you looked up to, you know, sick, not really knowing what's going on.
And they were trying to, at this point, just hydrate my body because I was so dehydrated.
She was in some incredible pain.
And she was in there for 30 days.
Finally, they said, we can't give you any more medication. You have to go in for surgery. It was close to perforating when they went in. They removed my full large intestine, and they created an ostomy bag.
You know, we kind of framed it as a short-term thing. 6 months from now, you're going to have a reversal.
They warned me that I was going to have an ostomy bag. They tried to show kind of what it would look like, but no one can really prepare you for that. And at that time, people weren't prepared for a 13-year-old to have one, right? Everyone was always older. I had 10 nurses standing around my hospital bed trying to figure out how to change it. You kind of feel like you're an alien a little bit with something different on your body.
I mean, she's strongest and most mentally tough person I know.
We kept telling her together we would do this.
And my mom, she was the one who would handle all the emotional stuff. If she cried, she didn't let me know. She was my emotional support.
They just kept everything together all the time. And I know it wasn't always easy for them.
Situations like that tear families apart or brings them together.
You know, the next step was for her to get back to a normal life, to get reconnected.
We thought we were done. We had thought that the ulcerative colitis was removed and we were going to be going back in to reverse.
And then all of a sudden I started getting these big red bumps on my legs because I've been fighting a disease that I didn't know I was fighting, and that was Crohn's disease.
So I talked to Dr. Kaufman and he said, we're going to move on. We're going to get to a different hospital. But he said University of Chicago is the hospital that is for intestinal, and that's where we want to be.
Tremendous doctors, a lot of empathy.
Crohn's disease is a chronic illness. The cause has still not been discovered. It's not just about the disease. It's about the person. It's about their family. It's about their life. It's about all the things they aspire to.
I reached a point that I was no longer living life. I was just hooked up to an IV and racing to the restroom. So surgery was a better option than that.
We never left there without a plan. That was the turning point that we always knew they weren't going to give up on us. If she was different than other cases, which no case is the same, they were going to find our answers for us.
Had our first appointment. We scheduled a colonoscopy so she could see what was going on. And after I come out of the colonoscopy, I get admitted right away for the infections that I had. They had different bags, they had different sizes, they had things that I had never seen before. As a 16-year-old girl, the last thing you want is this huge device attached to your body. And so when I'm playing volleyball in spandex and in my jersey, you can't see that I have this huge thing sticking out, which was really incredible.
What she had been through and what she was doing with her life, I knew that Betsy, no matter what, would find somebody that accepted her for everything that she has.
My husband I had met when I was 18, so we dated all throughout college.
I think we were at a pool party and she wasn't going swimming. Like, why not?
I told him that I had Crohn's disease, and because of it, I had a lot of surgeries. And I have an ostomy, which basically means I have a bag permanently attached to my body that I go to the restroom in.
Didn't think really anything of it. She was fun to hang out with and I wanted to spend time with her.
He never really blinked twice, which was kind of amazing.
First 4 years, we were dating. She was fine, everything was healthy.
I graduated, got my first job.
She didn't get sick until after we got engaged.
So at this point, they say there's really no option, we should remove what's there. And so I go in for surgery again to make my what was an ileostomy a full permanent ostomy. So there's no reversal chance at this point. And we were 9 months away from our wedding.
At one point, she was like, you know, you didn't sign up for this, and why would this break any thought process of mine?
Because we didn't know if it was really going to be the end. Would I actually be healthy for a while or not? It actually starts to become a thought in our head, like, okay, maybe now we can actually see if we can have a family. We went to the doctors, and sure enough, it showed that I had lots of scar tissue that were blocking things from working the way that they were supposed to.
We tried to naturally have kids for 2-3 years,
And so we started going through the adoption process.
which is about a year and a half, where they dive into every aspect of your life.
One day, we're at home, we're just having a normal evening.
I was out in the garage working, and she comes running out there, like, you need to come inside. I'm thinking, like, something happened, like,
And he thought that the house was on fire with the way I was yelling at him.
she just points to the pregnancy test, and I'm like, what? Like, whose is this?
He ran to the store and got 4 other brands.
Did like 5 more tests at home, and
And I
then
was pregnant.
it wasn't supposed to be possible, and there's no way, and the doctors had no idea. They still can't explain how it actually happened. But
And then we were nervous the whole entire pregnancy that something else was going to go wrong. But I have a very healthy son, and then we were able to do it again.
She went through a lot, and now she has 2 beautiful kids.
And everything turned out great, so.
Betsy is a living example of overcoming.
I was never sick. It was never who I was. It was just a part of who I was. The GI Research Foundation, the funding that University of Chicago gets directly impacts people's lives. There's so many people that are walking around daily in pain and uncomfortable.
We so desperately need the ongoing support of GIRF, and we are so grateful to the individuals who selfishly give of themselves and their resources to support us. I have never been more optimistic about the future, both of the Digestive Diseases Center, but most importantly, about lives of patients who live with these conditions.
Without anybody donating money, some of that technology, some of that surgery, some of those opportunities might not have been possible. Who knows, she might not have these 2 kids that she has out in the backyard playing right now.
Please donate. Research is all we have. And truthfully, we are just so grateful for keeping our daughter alive.
I don't think that I would have gotten through everything and would be at a healthy point today if it wasn't for the University of Chicago.
Just a heartfelt thank you to the members of the Gastrointestinal Research Foundation and to everyone who's joining us for this virtual ball.
Thanks for making my sister better.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for everything.